2019 William Penn football season, Coach. Coming off unfortunately disappointing 2018, but a lot of talent back, a lot of new talent in, a lot of culture changes, etc. 2019 looks pretty exciting.
Well, it is, and it started off fantastic. We brought our young kids in a little bit early this year, which has really helped us transition them into not only how we do things, but it just made them a lot more comfortable when the older kids came in. They weren't learning everything all over again or learning everything new. They were basically learning it again. And so they fit right in with our older kids. It's such a great group of young men that we have in this new group. They're yes sir, no sir. They work their tail off. They're doing everything they can to try and get on the bus, so they're competing like crazy. And it's just so fun to see and refreshing. Kids that are listening and trying to get better, and our older kids have taken on leadership roles, and it's just been really fun to see this team start to transition into something we hope could be pretty special.
Yeah. Let's get right into the position by position here. Starting, you're a quarterback, so let's start at quarterback.
Well, starting at quarterback, that's probably the easiest one, to be honest with you. We have Tyler back, and Tyler Wood and Alex Crehan are both back. They're competing for a position. Probably at this point, Tyler has a little bit of an upper hand based off of what happened last year and the experience he has. Josh Glad, a freshman from Salt Lake City East, has come in and really done some nice things. We're really pleased with what he's done, and Savon Dillon's back as a returner, and so we have some competition there, probably a little bit cut and dry at this point on who's going to be our starter, but we feel good about that. Up front we return everybody, Zach Tracy and Charles Nelson and Sione and Hayden Stender, and at right or at left we have Malik Williams, who's really done a great job for us, and some of their backups, Jason Castano at center, and you have guys like Alan Retchin and some of those guys that have been in the program that maybe Alan set out with an injury last year and some different things like that. So we feel good about our depth there. We brought some incoming freshmen. Dylan Weimer has done a fantastic job and has a great chance to make the bus, and so we feel good about our depth in the offensive line. Excuse me. Slot back, we're a little thin. We've got some guys that were waiting to come back from injury. Jordan Unnery had ACL surgery in January, so he's not quite ready to go yet. Dre Hill had an Achilles injury that happened during spring football, so we're waiting for him to come back. But Archer Charles and Alex Jung have done a great job. We've moved Tobias Tossison from quarterback to slot. Larry Bedford's there. So we have some guys. We're just waiting on some guys to get back. Fullback with Ben Sherman. He came in. He weighs 15 pounds more than he did last year. He was
already a big kid.
Yeah, he was already huge, but he's put on a bunch of good weight. He ran his 40 time was a 10th faster than it was last year, and has just looked great. Tommy Imbu has done a great job for us, and then there's this a battle for that third spot. So we're excited about what's going on there. And then at receiver, maybe the deepest we've ever been. We get Jeremiah Benson back from an ACL. We get Luke Masters back from an ACL. We have TJ Hayes came back to us after a semester away. Deshaun Davis has done a great job for us. We have a young group that's competing like crazy. Jaden Morgan from Carthage, Missouri is maybe one of the best young talented receivers we've had maybe since Jeremiah. He can run, he can catch, he's a great kid. Santino Barbosa is another one that you could throw in the mix. Johnny Anderson's back. Kareem, usually at this time we're down to 5 or 6.
Yeah, right.
Right now we're sitting at 15 or 16 kids that are all really good kids and good football players. So tight end, we've upgraded our tight end position, I think, with Adrian Aviles is a transfer from Missouri Southern in Joplin, Missouri. Mark Sears is a freshman from Illinois, and they've done a great job. Eric Crehan's back. He's battling a little bit of an injury right now, but doing well, and feel good about where we're at on offense.
Yeah, that was fast. You want to take a break? Talk just real briefly. Having actual depth, I don't want to say actual depth, but having more depth than normal at the receiver position, has that opened up things a little bit in preseason, talking about, hey, we're run heavy. We're always going to be run heavy.
It has.
But, maybe there's a few more wrinkles that could be implemented.
Well, there are, some of it has to do with depth. some of it has to do with talent.
Right.
You know, and so and I failed to mention Tyler Phillips. I mean, he's been a mainstay in our program forever,
Exactly.
and so throw his name in there too. And so, but yeah, there's plans to maybe get the ball deep a little bit.
Yeah,
with
it's not going to be
Jeremiah
air
and Luke
raid.
and
We know
Tyler.
that.
No, we're not going air raid, but we are going to open it up a little bit, and I think the Tyler can throw the ball on the run really well, and we feel good about getting it to the guys that can catch it. So it's exciting for us. I mean, I think you can sense my excitement right now because it's just our team is so together right now. It's just a lot of fun.
You're either excited or hyperventilating.
And maybe that's what it is.
All right, switching sides, defense. Let's talk about and starting from the D line.
Yeah, well, you have Rashawn Coleman back. We got a transfer in. TJ Toma, transfer from a California junior college. We have Dan Minderman. We have some guys inside like Marquise Knighton that's returning. That's a big body inside. We have Jaden. I got Jaden Morgan on my mind right now, but Jadavian. I'm going to get it here in a second. Jadavian Jackson is back. Go. Okay, so he's here and
easier for you to say. Right. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where we have some depth there too, and we had a scrimmage yesterday, and Rashawn and Dan and TJ didn't get to play for various reasons, but we had some kids step up, and we feel good about where we're at defensive line wise, and linebacker we have Jaden Fletcher, we have Jonathan Thomas, those kids are our mainstays, and so those kids are leading a very strong group. We feel good about the talent we have at linebacker, and it's one of those things where we're going to play for with Jace Nuggerbauer in there mixing around as an outside guy, and so it's fun to see our defense evolve because last year we seemed like we were scattered some, and right now when the ball snapped, our guys are in place and ready to go, and I think our linebackers have a lot to do with that.
Sure.
In the secondary, we're going to be young. I mean, it is what it is.
Spade to spade.
That's right. And so Narada Poole's back. Markel Poole is fighting for position at corner. Cody Wilson's back from last year. We moved him from quarterback to safety about midway through the season, and he ended up doing a great job for us. And so right now he's back there. At the other corner, you have a kid like Trey Moore. You have a kid like Duke Kyle, and both those kids are freshmen. And so it's a battle. You have Donovan Tucker, who's back, who's a returner. At safety, you have Colton Horak, who's a freshman. And so it's Spencer Steele, who's a freshman. So you say freshman and you immediately get chill sometimes. But these kids they're doing a great job of they may make a mistake, but they're playing hard. They're learning from their mistakes, and we still have 2 weeks here. So hopefully, by the time we get to week 1, that those kids are settled in and feel good about what's going on with the calls and some things like that. And again, we feel really good about where we're at.
Yeah. Special teams always obviously something that people don't normally talk about, but obviously is a huge part of the game.
It is, and we have Hunter Beam back as our kicker. He's in a competition right now with Anthony Torres for our starting kicker spot. Kane Brumbaugh as our punter. Our long snapper, which was a little bit of an issue for us last year. We have Ben Sherman, and so we feel good. He's done a good job with that. So, hopefully he can
just give more chances for him to touch the ball.
Yeah,
I mean,
so it's we have good competition going. We feel good about it, and hopefully we can take that right into the season.
Yeah, definitely. Schedule-wise, we get back into a normal 11-game hard schedule with Clark joining the conference. Let's break down the North a little, or the South a little bit. Just a couple games that should be highlighted, and then we'll talk about the actual conference schedule.
Right. We start off with a bang. I mean, we're going to play 3 of our first 4 games against highly ranked teams. We have Evangel right off the bat at home, and then we go to Benedictine, who's ranked number 2, and then we have Mid-Am at home, and then we have Baker on the road, and all those teams are playoff caliber teams, and let's be honest. And so I think we're going to find out where we are early in the season. They're good football teams, and so it's it would be fun to go win a few of those games and get ourselves off on the right track. Then we come home for Fill the Stadium with Central Methodist, and if it's a night game, should be a fun game. And then we end the south side of our schedule with down at Missouri Valley on their homecoming, have a bye week, and then we have our homecoming. We have Graceland at home, and with new coach, we're not sure what we're going to get with them, and then. Which is kind of odd to say, but then we go to Grandview, right in the middle of the season, and for us, that's it's such a big rivalry. You always like that, the last game of the year to get everybody's blood flowing, but I don't think that the intensity or anything like that will be any different because where the games played on the schedule. But we'll go to Grandview, and then we're back home for Peru State, and then we go to Clark, who's a new program, and then we're on the road to Culver Stockton, who last year was by far the most improved team in the conference. I would venture to say that they're going to be even more improved because a ton of those kids are coming back, and so it's a grind. The heart is much like what it was when we were in the mid-states, and there's no week off for sure.
To put a little bow on the whole season, looking into 2019, what are some of the keys to success this year?
Well, I think for us, maybe early on, it's how our young secondary plays. Some of those kids have some experience, but they're still young in age, and so we're going to have to know that there may be some mistakes that we're going to have to correct mistakes on the run and feel good about playing young kids. And that was one of the good things with bringing them in early is they got an early look at what it's all about. And, obviously, I think our kicking game is going to be huge. We've got to find someone that can, be consistent for us. We've got to feel good that, if we're out there kicking a 35-yard field goal, it's going in.
Right.
And I think that that's important. And we feel confident that our football team is ready to bounce back. Their attitude is great. Their work ethic has been off the charts. They're one thing that we always take care of each other and care about each other, and I think that our kids are doing that. We're holding each other accountable, and just they're such a fun team to be around. It's making this whole coaching thing a lot more fun, and so I think I'm probably more pleasant at home. I'm probably more pleasant everywhere just because the kids
You're smiling a little bit more right now.
I feel good. I just I can hold my head high that we're doing the right thing. We're holding our kids to a high standard, and right now they're following that standard, and we feel real good about that.
Good deal. All right, Coach. Well, just 2 short weeks plus a couple of days, and you're starting it out. So best of luck in 2019, and we'll be talking to you weekly. So.
Very good. Thank you.
Thanks, Todd.
All right.